Today, I would like to talk about 5 signs you're still making yourself smaller than you need to. And I hope you can hear me because I've been trying to upload videos and the volume has been very, very low for some reason. I have the microphone right here, I have the volume turned up. I don't know what's going on, so I apologize if you tried to listen to my last video and you couldn't really hear it. So let's get into it. One of the signs is that you're constantly second guessing yourself. And hopefully that's not happening to you, right? But sometimes we do get into that space where we have to make a decision and then we make the decision. We think it's the right decision. And then we say, oh, should I have done it this way? Maybe I shouldn't have done it at that time. And then we start second guessing ourselves. We get all in our head and start getting confused. Well, that is one of the signs that you're playing and making yourself smaller than you need to. Sign number 2 is that you wait for permission before taking action. And I know a lot of us get into that habit where we're looking for a certain level of support from maybe a particular person or group, and we are looking for their permission to let us know that, okay, it's okay to do something. And that's kind of playing it small because your courage is supposed to tell you as an individual when it's time to take action. If you're waiting for someone else to tell you it's time to take action, then that means that that person is in control of you and your life. Sign number 3, you downplay your accomplishments. And this is a big one because I know I've done that as well. You know, when you are maybe the only one in your group to have accomplished something and you start downplaying it. Like, I remember when I graduated and I got my master's degree, and the group that I was around, they didn't have, they had associates and went for their bachelor's, but they never finished and things like that. And so when they found out that I actually graduated and got a master's degree, they felt a certain kind of way and I could sense it. And so I downplayed my accomplishments like, oh, it doesn't mean anything if you graduated from college. You can still be smart and you can still do this and you don't need a college degree to do that. That's downplaying your own accomplishments. I took the time to go through coursework. It took me years to get through it. And whether or not you can do it without going to college, but I took that route. And so you should never diminish or downplay your accomplishments just to make other people feel good about themselves. Sign number 5, you apologize for taking up people's time or attention. Okay, so when we interview, we don't necessarily apologize for taking up people's times and attention, but we do acknowledge that thank you for your time and attention, right? But you should never apologize for taking up people's time and attention. If you need help in a situation or you need to have something done, don't apologize, because you need it done, right? And if they're in the business of doing it, then that's what they do. So there's no apology necessary. And number 5, you hide your gifts because you're afraid of being judged. Well, that's a big one. A lot of us sit back and we observe what's going on social media and we don't put ourselves out there ourselves, right? And so we can look and say, oh, this one is doing that and look at that and why they do it like this. But they haven't taken the step to say, well, let me put myself out there. Whether I look foolish, whether you could hear me or not, whether I'm boring, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, You have to stop hiding your gifts because you're afraid of being judged. Because there's only one ultimate judge at the end of the day. And so we can get judged all day long by others, but it doesn't really matter. The thing that, if you want to get constructive criticism because of how people view you, that's one thing. But being judged, who really cares? Okay, because we can all judge if that's the case. So put yourself out there, even if you feel like somebody's going to judge you, because people are going to judge you, and it's okay. You know what I mean? They have their right to pass judgment if that's what they choose to do. So I'm going to end with this, that taking up space isn't about becoming someone else. It's about finally allowing yourself to become more of who you already are, right? You're not trying to change yourself. You are expressing who you are. And that is what we came to this world and this life to do, is to express the gifts, the talents, and abilities that's within us, not trying to be like someone else, because that's never going to lead you in the right direction, but just being who you are already. And that is the ultimate goal. So until next time, I'm Monica Renee. Peace and love.